I hope all that made sense to you guys. Now that we have that knowledge, let's talk about a compost pile. I don't know if some of you already have that going. I'm going to assume you're all beginners that don't know all that much about what compost is. So the most easiest thing to do, so say you, and this is for people that have at least a backyard, for indoor compost, that's like a whole nother level of stuff. It's not that hard. I just don't personally do it. And I'm sure there's plenty of videos out there on that. But you will still get the gist of what compost is from what I'm about to explain. So say you have a backyard and you want to start making your own compost. The most easiest thing to do is, so what I did is I found a corner of the backyard, just in case it smells, which it won't. And then I just started putting any kind of clippings. You know, at first it was grass clippings, and then like I noticed a bunch of, I don't know what it was. Let's just say it was tomatoes again. Or they're popping up in areas I didn't want tomatoes growing. I pull them and put them, unstack them all in this one pile, right? So you're just piling up dead organic material. You can put food scraps, eggshells, any kind of like vegetable scraps, fruit scraps, even citrus peels. Although if you're doing an indoor compost, you don't want to do that because it's bad for the insects or something like that. Or I think that might be with vermicompost, which is basically just composting with worms, if you really get down to it. They're really easy to take care of. I have 2 bins, and I will do a separate video on vermicompost. As far as the compost pile, right? So we have all this dead organic material. Well, I guess let's first put a layer of cardboard. Fuck it. So we have cardboard. You got the dead tomatoes and grass clippings, and then you put some food waste, and then you put another layer of cardboard on top. And that kind of shades what's underneath, and worms will come out from the soil as it decomposes, and they'll eat everything and shit it out. And that's, you're basically, it's an outdoor vermicompost bin is what a compost pile is. You're just letting worms and all these other critters live and eat all the stuff you put in one designated area, and you turn it. You get a pitchfork or whatever, shovel, and you turn it. I don't know how often. It depends on how often you want to speed up the decomposition, or if it's got a bad smell to it, you need to aerate it. So you need to break it up, you know what I mean? Move it around, because it shouldn't smell all that bad. But that's pretty much it. You just let nature do its thing in one section. Another cool tip is I would get like 2 or 3 2x4s. I'm sure there's a certain kind that you want them like untreated or some, you know, you want them vegan basically. But you get, you know, 1 2x4, one here. You lay the outside with cardboard and you just start stacking your stuff and let the worms do their thing. It may take a while, but you know, until then, use what you can, but just you're creating your own perfect fertilizer. And then you get some of that and then yeah, you can add, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. As the cardboard breaks down, it adds brown material. We got the green material decomposing, you know, we got all this stuff. And then as it breaks up, it creates compost is what they call it, right? And then to make compost tea, which is basically fertilizer, the most organic, perfect fertilizer you can put on your plants, in my opinion. Actually, hold that thought. No animal products in the compost is a thing. So, no, I guess you could. I don't. I know it attracts rodents, so you don't want to. Anyways,